Well, coffee is important, firstly because it plays a key role in the Rwanda economy strategy to reduce imports, to reduce trade balance, and increase exports. It's one of the largest, because the largest, I think it's in terms of value, it's minerals, but coffee is also among the largest exports in Rwanda. So it was important. The Rwandan economy in general had grown double digit, around 12%, and agriculture had around 40%. And into that, then there's agricultural export, with which coffee is the biggest in terms of agricultural exports. So that's how it was in 2019. But now it has been hit hard. Maybe to understand the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on the Rwandan coffee, then you also need to understand more the context of the country. We are a landlocked country. So anything we produce for export uses a land transport means to reach the international market. So it passes through the customs. So the impact has been really on the customs and the transport means. Of course, the supply side as well, because there's some of the inputs which cannot be obtained now in time, but then mainly it's on the logistics, specifically on land transport. Why? Because with the pandemic, with the restrictions, customs now have fewer and fewer staff to process, and then it takes time to process. And though coffee tends to last a little bit longer, but then some of them get lost or get destroyed because of that time it takes for the ways to clear them through the customs. The demand side as well, I think with the international market, consumption going a little bit low, so and all the economies are contracting across the world, that also has an impact to us somehow immediately. So of course I'll add a little bit of on the supply side is on the farmers and their way they get the inputs to help them produce better and in real time and quick. That has also been impacted by still the customs, the processing on the inputs specifically which are imported outside the country. It is a survivable event for Rwandan coffee. Why? Because whilst it has affected mainly the logistics part of it, and we think that as people get used to live with the pandemic during this time, everyone is thinking about how efficiently they can transform the routes, the lines, the logistics, and that is going to help in part the Rwandan coffee to also recover. That's one. Number two, of course, like any other thing in agriculture, the capital, the farmers, the whole supply chain, people need the capital, and that has been eroded by the pandemic. We put in place a recovery fund, which also is supporting agriculture sector, and through that is supporting export-related item. This is actually helping those in the supply chain of the coffee in Rwanda to be able to get funds, which will help them to actually relaunch their activities and then resume and be on the right path. So, and we always trust, the quality of our coffee has been the key brand in the world. We have one of the best coffee in the world. The quality is still the same thing. People are still consuming on international market, but then the key thing is to actually sort out these issues in the middle to be able to bring the coffee to the international market as it used to be. Obviously, we're looking at the coffee industry as well as the whole agriculture industry to introduce more the technology, mainly because Rwanda is not such a big country as well. We have to use efficiently the land we have, and we're looking forward to use technology into agriculture and specifically in coffee to produce more, but also to put in more stringent measures to improve the quality even more. So we're looking forward to continue hold this place of having one of the best coffee in the world, but also increase productivity. Then another thing is also that we need to improve the local consumption. The internal consumption is really low now. We think we have Rwandans also being able to consume what they have, what they produce, but in fact, mainly it's about the increase of productivity and the efficiency in the use of land. COVID-19 has impacted all types of lives of Rwandans, from lockdowns to curfews, and to the fact I said that we are also a landlocked country which is based largely on customs and on land transport. We know it has impacted them. But like all other issues we've been through, we will go through all of this. And like we've been, the government is always with them and is going to continue support and help them to move forward. What we know mainly is that with their hard working, which they have exhibited, will come out stronger. That one we said. So there are measures put in place, and those measures aims at specifically supporting not only the agriculture in general, but specifically a specific item like coffee, which is important for our export.